Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to this special edition of podcast series that we're officially launching today. My name is Dennis Iman, and I'm your host for these amazing and wonderful conversations. I'm sitting here with two guests who are comprehensive sexual education experts. Should I call you experts? Okay, they're calling themselves defenders, basically. So these are defenders in the comprehensive sexual education. My topic, I think every time anthu tikamagambirane, people start to and I think that's why we need to have these conversations, because we don't usually talk about these things. I've got Priska, who's sitting to my left, and Martin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with you, Priska. Ladies first. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who is Priska?
Thank you for having me. My name is Priska Kundaje. I'm a comprehensive sexuality education defender. You're not sexual, but it's actually sexuality. Yes, comprehensive sexuality education.
Okay.
And I'm one of the defenders. I'm based in Salima. We are working for Center for Youth Empowerment and Civic Education. Timagwira ntchito ndi achinyamata m'makomiti zosiyanasiyana ndi Salima komanso Lilongwe. Imene timaphunzitsa nkhani zokhudzana maubwenzi abwino komanso athe kudziwa machenjez amene amakumana nawo akamakula m'matupi mwawo, because ana amakhala sali aware angozizimunga kuti thupi likusintha. Ndiye timaphunzitsa zimene zimasintha pathupizo kuti asakhale ndi mantha zikamabwera, koma akhale akudziwa zoti this is normal.
Okay.
Yes, so basically that's what we do.
Okay, I think we're going to have a very interesting conversation. Martin, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much for having me. An extension to what Priska has said, I'm also a CSE defender. I'm known as Martin Yatina. And from my end, I've been very passionate about CSE since my university life. My dissertation was titled The Cultural Causes of Abortion. And it gave me the triggerness to start pursuing the passion of CSE and SRHR. SRHR is the Sexuality, Sexual Reproductive Health Rights. And it gave me the triggerness to also start writing articles. So for now, I've written 2 articles in comparison to the CSE and SRHR. The first one is published in the Lamp magazine. It's called Wonders of Tamari Museum. The second one is yet to be published in the next month to come. It's titled Incest, Patriarchal and Matriarchal Issues. And these are all issues revolving around the CSE and SRHR issues in Malawi. Yep.
Okay. So let's get into comprehensive sexuality education. As a person growing up, I can't remember I've had opportunities where I'm learning about sexuality. Apart from me as many school biology and
Life skills.
life skills. I think it's enough life skills in a way life it just so it was really just biology. How do you actually conduct these trainings, and how do you bring young people together, looking at the dynamics of Malawi as a culturally very inclined nation? We look at nkhani za sexuality ngati nkhani zoti samakambe kwana.
Yes.
How do you bring them together, and how do you make sure that you are engaging a lot of young people?
So actually CSE Malawi kunoku is integrated mu education curriculum yathu. Mene wafotokozera za life skills, biology, social studies, muli nkhani ngati zokhazokhazo za human body development. Yes. Komano mwina body maziphunzitse ngati kunena zoti ena sana sudi amafotokoza in detail what really happens mthu kamakula amangonena pubic hair chanjani, koma they don't really go deeper pa zinthu zimene zimasintha pathupi la munthu edi. And mwinanso amaziphunzitsa amakhala omasuka pofotokoza nkhani ngati zimenezo, ndipo ananso amakhalanso omasuka kuti athe kufunsa mafunso amene amakhala curious about. So CSE Malawi kuno ilimo kutengera ku education komanso ma NGOs. They are working ma communities mu ndi achinyamata through my youth clubs, ndoti ndi madindo amudzi yeah amachasimwa kufotokozera nkhani ngati zilizo zomwezonso yes so CSE mwayi kunoku imakambidwa ndithu komano it's not much yeah?
Then palima confusions amene amadzachitika nthawi ina yake when we talk about sexuality
yes
and how people perceive my relationships and all that, how important is it to actually help young people understand the confusions that can exist between nkhani za sexuality with just relationships that they have with their peers and all that? Can you let me know, Martin, what you think the confusions are and how to balance this now?
Yeah, okay. I think at first we have to see where the confusion is coming in. Famu tusungango kala confused. You have to be kutuna base information pena bage, then the confusion has come. Or you don't have information, then you are confused. So at this point, let's see the genesis. Kudantu, what's the first part in many amagatenga information yo kuza CSE? So I like what you said earlier, given our culturally sensitive part. So given Malawi in general, we are a culturally sensitive part. And so we belong to different ethnic groups. We have the Jewa, we have the Ngoni. And during these initiations, they start hearing about the CSE, of course, in an indirect way. Because let's talk about the boys, for instance, in the Jewa ethnic group, they go for different initiations. And during those initiations, they are receiving those information, things concerning about sex, things concerning about the gender, the norms, how to behave in the society, and the like. So now coming into the question, how does sexuality and CSE integrate now?
Yeah.
Now, Priska mentioned about presenting yourself, or do we pass through different stages? Komano, when we are passing through those stages, where do we go to first to seek for guidance? That's where we are coming in, to remove the confusion which you said. Before a person can only be confused if they have the wrong information or when they don't have information. So that's why now we are coming in, we are here to give you the information. And this is not just ordinary information. This is age-appropriate information. This is scientific proven information. And this is culturally sensitive information to remove all the confusions which the people are having at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look at the statistics around Malawi when it comes to teenage pregnancies, early marriages, and zinas, I think the stats are high.
yes
Where are we getting things wrong? Kuti ma figures are just kala akujulukirabe. I'm sure you guys have been following the news on
Yes.
teenage pregnancies and all that. What is the root cause of this, and what role do you think defenders like you are playing or need to play to make sure that we control the situation?
For me, I think parents are the main problem. Because to train a child, umayambira kunyumba. Surunga kanguyambira kusiku kokha. Kusiku atokuphunzitsa zina, mama yako ngati amaletsa, surunga pangeyi. Opa kuti amaya akakukwapula kunyumba. Ndi most of the parents masiku anowa sudama masukana ndi ana awo kumauza gaza sexual health yawo. No, it doesn't really happen. Nde also mamizi communities upeza zoti zipata za chinyamata zili kutali kwambiri ndi kumene anthu amatani amakhala kumene angathe kukafunsa information kwa health workers. So the problem ndi my parents, they're not comfortable to talk about these issues ndi ana awo. Komanso maziphunzitsi mu subjects nga life skills yo, they don't go deeper pa ma issues ngati awawa kuti akufotokozerana bwinobwino ayankhe mafunso amene amakhala nawo mutu mwawo sizimachitika kwenikweni. Mazo zipata muzi zili kutali kwambiri kuti ukapezene ndi health worker akakufotokozere kuti kodi having sex in water you can get pregnant ndizovuta kufunsa ngati makulu akusuku masiku ana usungafunseso kapezeka ukuona information pa TikTok kuti you can get pregnant when you have sex in water upeza zoti you end up what doing the same thing. So I think parents ndamene akupanga.
Okay, so how do defenders like you come in to work with parents to bridge that gap now? Okay, ana akulephera kuyankhulana ndi makolo awo, and you guys are trying to reach out to these kids. Mukamakumana nawo ana aja, makolo aja samaona ngati kuti maybe you are trying to influence them because you are talking about Sexuality.
No.
How do you deal with that?
Pamene mapanga no my engagements my parents my communities much dot my parents my community leaders adindo amudzi aja VTC chano kuse aja kuti akhale pamodzi my health workers kosi kwauza cheni timene tikufuna kuwaphunzitsana cause anthu akamva comprehensive sexuality education when they hear the word sexuality amangona ngati kuti it's about sex.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so tikamva ndikuwaphunzitsa makolo aza cheni kuti kodi CSE ndi chani pamene tingatheni kulowana kuana awo nokumaphunzitsa chani zoyenera zenizeni. So we start with the parents, the roots.
Martin, on the same issue, the rising numbers of teenage pregnancies, child marriages, what do you think is happening? And from whatever you've been doing, how can we arrest the problem?
I think it comes to what you have said. Could people are confused. So they don't know where to get the right information. They don't know where to go to when they are seeking for help. So that's why we are here. Now, there are some things which we are currently doing at the moment where we're trying to create a space where both the children and the parents are coming in, as Priska has said. When there's that bridge between the children and the parents. So at the moment, we are yet to create a platform. For instance, at the moment we are discussing we should have school debates.
Okay.
So we can have a certain school and another school coming out to do a certain debate. It's going to be broadcasted on the either different TV platforms. The parents are also going to be engaged. Before that, so what is happening. So in that way, we are creating transparency and accountability. Create a starting point. Now they are going to find a starting point. Or what's happening. So that approach, it's going to be very comprehensive because it's going to be inclusive for both the students and the parents as well. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Talking about parents, because I think in many times we've been talking about childhood, child pregnancies, teenage pregnancies, and all that, and you're bringing in also aspects, understanding, makolo on some of these things. One of the issues that has also been on the rise on
Yes.
is the use of sexual enhancement drugs and all that. What's your take, or from you people? We have lost Antrangabo because of that. How are you also coming in to help with when it comes to sexuality? Do these enhancers really work? What are the pros and the cons of using them?
With the coming in of my TikTok and my Facebook posting videos, my police ngati zimenezi nde munaswena ma comments muja uona antaupereka maumboni kuti zimagwira ntchito fe timagwirisa zimagwira zimenezi pezo kuti anthu aja amatengeka ndikumatani ndikumaguladi komano they don't know mauji ma problems amene amabwera ma health problems amene amabwera ukayuza zinthu ngati zimenezi jazi. So I don't know if they really work. So it influences and train but they have their own problems. My health problems actually.
What are some of the health problems that you know could cause people not to perform?
Yes.
Because I think azibambwe I think my victims ambili ababanda azibamba amwalira and all that. Amazon Africa sisi kuteka yayi. And mina sakumakafikira pamene akuganizira. What are the issues, and as defenders, how do you come in now to help people like those?
All right, so now that's a very good point. Now we're coming in kubangano arrest all the ambiguity now. Chifori, these are things you go to olene ndikonzuka leo. Ndipeza kantongo kanga kakamvunguri kachanchani ndisinjasinde dambo kulitsa. Number one, I don't know the quantity yoti munthu amene kumpatsayo afunika azimadzi otani. I don't know kuti adziulitsa madzi adzipanga chani. I'm just giving out. At the end of the day, I'm supposed to get money. So zose zitopangidwa arrest when the people are given the right information. If we are able to train these people in their natural settings, kumena kukhalapo. Kwena kuti number one, right now aboma kulimbikitsa kwambiri ma youth youth health centers ona kuda kumatokhala learning from the experts when they have questions adzipita kuma health centers kumene koko kaya nditi ma clinics the official ones adzitha kumapita kumene koko because that way they are going to get the empirical evidence beyond reasonable doubt they are going to be helped.
What are some of the health risks that you actually know of using these enhancers?
Okay. I think there was a certain statistics from January to June and to about 43 Amalira because they were using the sex enhancement drugs. So mariski onde kuti ndambiri ingati anthu akumalira that means it's very serious. Ndeuti I also heard somewhere in Cheu kwena kuti a certain guy anamwaso zomwezi zoti zosadziwa zomwezi anapezeka kuti angodzuka about 3 days.
Wow.
Then chinthu choti olewe upita kutiko now you are having that challenge olokupita kuchipatala kuyambira patipo. You see? That's why we are coming in as defenders to give the people the right information, directing them in the appropriate health centers where they can get the proper assistance.
Okay. Talking about getting proper assistance and looking at the population that is Malawi, a lot of people, actually the biggest percentage of Malawians are young people. And most of these young people are based in rural areas.
Yes.
Status Panova, comprehensive sexuality education, Ndiotan, how far have we gone? Are we reaching enough people? And what could be done? Could be more young people, more people basically? Adani afikiridwe.
Apart from the education curriculum, kuti anthu amene ana amene ali ma school kuti amaipeza information imene through ma subjects amene amaphunzira ku school komano now anthu amene ali out of school ndizovuta kuti information imene iyatani iyafikire. That's where my NGOs comes in now. Amapanga introduce ma youth clubs, ma communities mwa anthu amene ali out of school. Mwina anatenga mimba anasiya school anthu ngati amenewo. So my NGOs are working ndi anthu oti they're out of school and all about what needs to be done jabe ndi my teachers, my government teachers, my private teachers, they need to be trained more on CSE. Kula simangophunzitsa zokha zimene zili just people care and what not. Yes, they need to be trained more on CSE. Kuti bakapanga deliver the subject, the thing, my classes. Azita wafuruza anaja bwino ana just asita sopanga so create my safe spaces or ana just azika comfortable asking questions zimezi ku ata akuona ka matwi mwawo ka akumva kuwerenga pena pake. So yeah.
Okay. We were talking about training teachers and all that. That sounds like a policy thing from somebody like me. What do you think needs to be done with the policy now? Has to be in place. And one thing that I also have challenges with when it comes to Ifeongara Malawi, an issue of develop my policy all the time.
Yes.
And having zero implementation practically on the ground. What can be done from your experience, Martin? What can be done to make sure that we have policies and there's practical implementation on the ground?
Yeah, okay. So nkhani ya mapolisi ndi namba ikamba kale. Curriculum review, chanchani, up to date. There's little or there's no progress up to now. Komano, that's why now we are coming in. Good, okay. As much as we are pushing for the policy change, komanso silingango digila kuti ma policies are just center. That's why now we want to be working with stakeholders. For instance, I mentioned about the different ways and how I'm access information, where I'm under information through my initiation ceremonies and the like, even at churches. So now we are coming in Nagudino. We want to be working with my traditional leaders. For instance, kumakhala nankungwe, kumakhala all these people, they give out information. So as much as we are waiting for the policy change, we are also working hand in hand with those traditional leaders. Could address the information which they are giving to the children is supposed to be varied. So the policy is there, we are pushing. So as we are waiting and pushing, we are also working in collaboration with the traditional leaders. Could address the progress is oneka. Tikamaina uti ma policies are jamuzisinta, adziona dikuti progress kuchitika. These are the positive impacts zimene zili background.
Okay. We are talking about comprehensive sexuality education in case maybe you are doing something and you just happened within Mafika per podcast here. This is a very important conversation that we need to be having. I think for a person like me sitting down here, these are type of conversations that I really want to be bringing to you, our audience. My name is Dennis Iman, and I've got Priska and Martin on set. Mwagambaza maskulu, mwagambaza nankungwi, mwagambaza ku church. These are platforms that have got my dynamics how a church amakhala ndi zawo zimene amakhulupirira ku school curriculum kunena chonchi culturally midzi munso nawonso ali ndi zikhulupiriro zawo sometimes zinthu zimapeza kuti zikusemphana. How do we harmonize these things to make sure that young people are getting the right information, looking at faith, looking at academics, and looking at culture? How do we harmonize this?
I think that's where advocacy comes in. So as CSE defenders, we're advocating for this thing. Government now, Antamboma, they should really know how important this issue is. For kuti government ivomereze kuti chinthu chichi chofunika kwa chinyamata, because we can't ignore my realities amene ma communities ma teenage pregnancy ndi ambirimbiri olo mzipata za chinyamata kuti ukaone ma statistics anthu amene azayisa matenda kuwapezana ambirimbiri, pamene ma NGOs they are working ma communities momwemo koma zinthu zikuchitika.
Exactly, and it keeps happening.
Yes, it's still happening. When we advocate for this thing, we know aboma atengapo mbali kupanga integrate this thing mujani mukaiga muja kwambiri ma policies athu ma programs athu mu Malawi munomu. So I think we just need advocacy.
Yeah, I
Come in.
I think an extension to what Priska has said, and you said about Zakaja, religion,
Yes.
the home where the children are coming in. Kulikose awauza zintu zosempana. Now agirage dijono. I like what Jack Derrida said. It's a theory, postmodernism. It talks about there's no single way of doing things. Aliese atumari 1 + 1 = 2, 6 + 4 = 2. So there are a lot of ways of coming to the single truth. There would, as much as the information aliese akulandira ndolakwika, komano ndi munthu mmodzi. So now that's where the concept of enculturation comes in. I like what Kungoni Cultural Center is doing, because now they are bringing in religion, they are bringing in culture, they are bringing in the social moral values in the societies. They have an open day. It's called Shamale Day. It happens at the beginning of every August. I'm not sure the dates for this month. Should be 7 or 8, around there. So what happens is, amambandi like a mass ya Catholic. Abanga a mass, and then kubwela the Muslims. Ma Muslims aja abangaso, then ambano ma traditional dances. The ngoni, the chewa. I think last year naitana aku Burundi, so they also performed the traditional dances. Kungori bangera a night and kwena kuti, as much as ma structures in Dosiana, ma churches, the culture itself, or maybe this information is still going to the same people. So it's very easy for us kuti we should integrate. Chifukwa ndikozokhala mkulu wa mpingo, ineso ndikozokhala mkulu wa kudangwe. So the information which I'm getting from here and which I'm getting from there is still going to go to the same audience. So that's why we are bringing in the stakeholders and helpers. As much as the information is there which you are giving to the people, why don't we find a single truth? At least now, and now agree, Gigi. Yes.
Okay.
And I think kuti mwina religion ndi njira zawo zimene imauza nyamala mwina angazitetezere, kaja so imauza so zina so mwina angazitetezere, and kusukulu mwina anakuphunzira zina. As long as the goal ili yofana, ili common, kuti this is the goal. Young people needs to protect themselves from early pregnancies, STIs and whatnot. As long as goal ili imodzi, koma ngati angakhala kupanga njira zosiyana-siyana kumano goal ikhale imodzi kuteteza chinyamatawo.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you convinced with the current state of the comprehensive sexuality education, how things are now, are you convinced?
No mwangananira pajapa kuti ngakhale amabunga akugwira ntchito m'makomitizimu komano makeses akukwerakwerabe ona akukwerakwerabe nde apo pamene pafunika kuyang'ana kuti vuto lenileni ndi chani ndimuja mongati anenera kuti kugwira ntchito ndi makolo maziphunzitsi madindo amudzi tikagwira ntchito ndi amene ajawa pamene tiyang'ane vuto chiyambi cha zonsezo kuti tithese zinthu ngati ziti mavuto amene achinyamata amakumana nawo.
Okay.
Yes.
As we going into conclusion of this conversation, what could be your recommendation to government, to religious groups, or everyone that is involved in protecting young people when it comes to issues to do with sexuality?
As for parents, I would advise my parents to be comfortable ndi ana awo. Mwana kumamasuka naye ali wang'ono muja ukamakula makuuza mavuto ake amene akumana nawo suti angamapita makafunsa nzake kuti inetu ndikuona chakuti aziyambira kuuza kholo pakhomo pomwepo komanso maziphunzitsi azimasuka mklasi muja akamaphunzitsa ana azipanga create safe spaces kuti ana aja tisofunsaso mafunso amene akuadana kwasusa mtendere moyo mwawo. Ukakhala kuboma kupanga advise boma kuti it should strengthen CSE into my policies athu komanso ma programs athu Malawi munomu. Yes.
I think from my end, I will tackle more on my stakeholders. Tikakhala kuti tabwera kumamidziko. For instance, in Kasungu now there are 5,121 cases from January mpaka na May. Teenage pregnancies, and these are varying from 5,121 teenage pregnancies from January mpaka na May. Unondi June si May. Nde uri mu June muno Mozambique so we are not sure.
Actually, so it becomes an excuse to.
Ndiri mawetha roti I wish you were here. Nde tikabwera kuma in the different stakeholders katufuna tigwire ndi ma traditional leaders kaya the churches where applicable chonde atilandire asatithamangitse so ife tubwera with a holistic mind kuti zimene mupangazi ndi zolakwika no ifenso we want to learn from them chifukwa chinthu sichingakhale zolakwika inclusive no ifenso tikhozopita kumene kuja ndi project yathu we will learn from them. That's what we want kuti inuyo izizi I think is too sensitive with our culture. I think it can be applicable on the ground. So that's what we want to do. When we are working with the different stakeholders, tibatsane direction yoyenera, we should give each other the necessary support. Then we are going to move forward.
All right. Interesting. And how are you making sure that other young people become defenders like you? What do they do? Does someone like me just wake up one day and say, sexual rights defender?
As long
how
as
can they be part of whatever you guys are doing?
So being a CSE defender, you have to know the accurate information, scientifically proven and age appropriate. Your casual information ya SRHR, meaning sexual and reproductive health rights. You know, utobanga defend that. You can defend for SRHR because you know you have the right information.
How do I know it's the right information?
From books, real books now.
Okay. How can we be part of you, Martin?
So at the moment, we would love almost early a sacred defender.
Okay.
Because if everyone now is a defender, now everyone is going to know their rights, is going to know what is right, is going to be able to have consent. I don't want to engage in this relationship. I want to engage in this one because this is a healthy one, this is a bad one. So we want everyone and we wish everyone to be a defender. All and right. Montoko Zokara defender, there are, as Priska has said, there are books. Command the books, you have to be guided. Chifako zongo kala mabuku, ndiko zongo zugalero. I write a book totally wrong. So you can visit us ku CSE. You can get the appropriate guidance. We have our website, CSE. You can visit that. Komaso
CSE as in
Center for Youth Empowerment and Civic Education.
CYCE.
CYECE. Yes, CSE. So you can visit us come offices. We want you to be there. We want you to come and seek for the guidance. We'll give you the necessary support. Yes.
Right. So there you have it. If my issues okuza nkhani zakugonana are issues that trouble you or are issues that interest you, but by the nature of being a human, we know somehow by nature we are all affected in whatever way, and we need to know what are our rights when it comes to these things and what help is there. How can we take care of ourselves and taking care of our partners in the long run? This is just the beginning of these conversations. Next, we'll also have another conversation and we want to address the issue of access to information and also look into things to do with stigma. I'll probably be joined by other guests, but thanks a lot, Martin, that you came today. Thanks a lot, Priska, that you came and freely gave us this information. We don't take that for granted.
Thank you.
Anything before we wrap up?
Timeringa nene mwabiri wazosezi ndi CSE ndi udindo aliyense kukhala ndi information yoyenerera. Information imene muyipeza ndithu ma podcast ngati awawa iziperekedwa, ma radios anthu iziyapezanso, ma social media mti ndi page yathu ifeyo ya ma CSE defenders muzipezanso information yoyenerera yokhuzana ndi sexuality yanu.
Right.
Yes.
Last words.
A big shout out to you for being a good host.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot from this.
Yeah, Commander, my last words is let's seek for knowledge. Knowledge is power. It's only when you have the necessary knowledge, the necessary information, that we can be able to defend ourselves. Whether when we want to engage in healthy relationships, we should have that CSE knowledge, CSE information. Let's look at the SRA Chara. Let's look at the rights. Tendidziwerenga Vision 2063 jamagai. Kodi ikamafika 2063 rufunika ndikhale patipo. As an individual rufunika ndikhale ndili patipo. So that's what we want. We want visionary young people. Yes.
Healthy young people.
Healthy young people.
I hope you guys are actively seeking for knowledge so that you can be healthy young people and we can build a healthy nation. My name is Dennis Eman and looking forward to the next series, the next episode actually on this series of comprehensive sexuality education, a conversation with some influential defenders. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you follow us. If you have any questions, drop the questions that you have and any comments in the comment section. And these guys will be actively following and they can actually answer everything that you have. So until next time, out, peace, adios.